Let's do it.
Please walk us through the final drive, your approach, anything you said to the team, and then also I guess you had some clock issues, so it's difficult to see how much time was left there right at the end on that third down.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about all week long, wanting to finish each drive, wanting to finish the game, wanting to necessarily take it out of the defense's hand. Obviously, going back to last week, we could have finished in the red zone with the touchdowns, and we could have finished that game last week with the touchdown, right? Not settling for a field goal. So we put that on us this week and got the chance to go out there and do that with, 3 minutes or so or something like that on the clock. And so it was just important just to relay that message, you know what I mean, and bring the guys back up and focus in on that, and we did. And then just that back end, I mean, I wasn't sure. I'm looking at the end zone clock, so I saw the time. I just thought that we're comfortable and we're good in field goal range, and so that's what they wanted to do. And then obviously we had a conversation after about, the whole clock getting turned off.
The TV cameras got like you and Kellen at the very end as the kick was going through. You guys were kind of embracing. Just what was going through your mind during that, 3 or 4 seconds?
Yeah, as he kicked it, I mean, I was over there talking to Amari, checking on Amari, somewhat kind of just trying to get my mind off of it, I guess. Obviously, knowing in a situation like that, you trust your teams and Greg Zuerlein to put it through. But, yeah, I mean, it was great. Obviously, believing in him making, and he went and did that, and it was just a relief, right? I mean, the first win of many, and the first one's usually the hardest, and it was.
What are those feelings like when you come out on that last drive, and how much did you miss that when you're out?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do it for the ball in your hands, for a chance to go win it. That's why I was talking to the offense, telling them that. We talked about it all week long, and now we've got the game in a position that we want it. So it's on us to go capitalize and go finish this game off, and we're able to get it in field goal range and let special teams go out there and do their job.
Y'all talked all week about how even though last week was pass heavy, you're still going to have to run different game plans every week. How did you show that today, and how did Kellen help y'all win this game?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't throw it 50 times. I think we're a whole lot more balanced. And Kellen did a great job just mixing it up. And us as players, we've got to convert on some of those third downs. He still put us in great position, called great plays. Took a sack. I feel like I could have got the ball out there in the third quarter. Just different times, but he's dialing them up right now. He's doing a great job, different personnels, run, pass, play action. And he's putting us in great position to make great plays, and we've just got to continue to execute and get better.
You talked a lot about complementary football this offseason. This is like the first time going back to 2017 you won a game without scoring 30 points. Is this an example of what you're talking about and what you want the identity of this team to be?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I said last week, right, we're going to have to go out there and have to score a bunch to win some games, and then there's going to be some games like this one. And I think it showed tonight. Defense did a great job. Turnovers, big turnover down there in the red zone when it was needed. And then we were able to come back out, go get 3. It's just important to play off of one another. When one team makes a big play, the other unit has to come on there and do a good job of picking up their back and picking up and taking advantage of them making that big play, right? And so that's what complementary football is about. That's how you win games. That's how you become a championship team and be the team that we want to be.
Dak, going back to the impact you had as a rookie, can you even quantify the impact you're seeing Micah Parsons have right now?
Yeah, I mean, rookie year was – it was 6 years ago. So, I mean, knowing what that meant, Mike was a great player. And just the fact of them being able to move him around, him off the edge, him at linebacker and inside, wherever you put him, he's a special guy, and he's going to make plays. He's fast. You saw him getting around the edge, recovering on 10 sometimes, and Justin's a fast guy as well. So for him to be able to do that just shows the speed he has and just the acceleration. And as I said back in the spring, I mean, we're lucky to have him.
Zach, how does
the complementary football point to have a defense that can hold a team to 17 points? Even last week they showed a lot of promise, a lot of growth in these first 2 weeks. What does that mean for the big picture potential for this franchise?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to get better on offense. They're going to continue to get better. We're going to play complementary football. Our team's just going to step in and win some games for us. And as I said, to be a championship team, you've got to be great on all 3 units, and I think we're shooting for that. But we're gonna focus on the process. And you say 17 points, I say 14. I mean, I gave them 3 with the interception, and they returned it, put themselves in range, and defense didn't let them get anything else. And and I mean that's what it's about. They went out there and they covered me when I made a bad play, and that's what's important, to be able to do that for one another.
To win a game in the NFL after what you've been through last year, how much of personal satisfaction for you?
Yeah, I mean, last year was last year. As I said before, we're going to put that behind, knowing obviously this is a different year. But to have the injuries, have everything that happened to us this week, and to be able to come out here and get a win, get a road win against a good team, I think it's special, and it's just a building block. It's the first win, as I said, of many, and it was hard to get. And credit to the guys on the other side. That was a fight, but our team stayed resilient, stayed committed to one another, and we're able to go get that win.
How big of a difference is 1-1 to 0-2?
I mean, huge. Yeah, I mean, it's only one game, but huge. Just the confidence of getting that first win, especially on the road, going into your home opener on a Monday night. We know what that atmosphere is going to be like, and it's important to be going into that off of a win. And as I said, it's the first one of many, but you've got to get the first, and then you just want to build off of that and keep going, and that's what we're going to look forward to doing.
Your thoughts on Terrence Steele playing in this game at right tackle?
Yeah, he played great. Knew it was a great opportunity for him to come in. As I said, we went through the things we went through last year to be able to benefit us this year. And I think all that play experience he had last year showed tonight. Just showed in his effort and his fight. Obviously, we got to go back and look at the film, but I mean, I felt comfortable with him. I know he was doing a good job out there fighting. Go back and you look at the tablets, and there was a few times he's one-on-one with one of the best pass rushers in the game and holding his own. And that's important. We're going to need him for weeks to come.
It's very early in the season, but stepping in for guys when they go down the way that Terrence did or the way that Micah did or so forth, is that the hallmark of a great team, is to being able to pick each other up like that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You've got to fill in when someone else goes down, have their back, but understand how great of an opportunity it is for you. And I think all those men understand that, and the team and each unit understands that, how good of an opportunity it is for us to pick up the young guys, have their back, and those guys get in and make plays that we're going to need them to contribute all year long. If we want to be the type of team we want to be and we want to make a run like we're going to, everybody's got to play a part in it and understand and respect their role and take advantage of it.
What kind of difference does Zach make, and how does he recover that fumble?
One more time.
What kind of difference does Zach make for you guys up front, and how does he get that fumble there to let you get the field goal?
Yeah, I mean, Zach's an all-pro player. I mean, as I said, that's not somebody that you can find a filler for or substitute for. He's just incredible at everything that he does, communication to obviously his physicalness to the way he finishes each plays. He's an enforcer in there. And, yeah, I don't necessarily know how he got the fumble. Obviously, I got hit and looked and saw it bounce and was like, hopefully at any time like that, you're just hoping the defense doesn't see it and your guys see it. But I saw a couple of guys go down and get it. And, yeah, I mean, for him to come up with it was huge.
Final drive was only your third possession of the second half. When you go that long of a period without it, how do you handle that over on the sidelines? Because you were, again, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and then you're just kind of – it broke up since there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way the game goes, the ebbs and flows, and you've got to play to them. You've got to take advantage of when the ball's in your hands. And knowing that we came out in the second half and we didn't get the touchdown on that second drive like we wanted to, we got the field goal, but knowing that we had the ball in our hands is all you could ask for. And that's what I talked to the offense about, and that's what I've just said time and time, is that's the position we wanted to be in. So it was important for us to just go out there, focus on each play, communicate, and just commit to each other, commit to going to get the job done and finishing, and we did that.
Dak, when you watch a quarterback in an offense, you seem so comfortable in this one now that things seem to happen almost by rote memory, if you will. Can you speak to what your comfort level is and how that allows you to play as calm as you did in those final 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the same offense for 6 years pretty much, and just the preparation that I've put into it. As I've said time and time again, Sundays for fun. Sundays is for me to go out there and perform. It's the Monday through Saturday, the grind and everything that I put into this game that allows me to go out there and, as you say, look that way, look so comfortable, is because I've repped all these reps in practice or even sometimes just visually in my head. So, yeah, it's just all the work coming to fruition and just benefiting from that.
Dak, Zeke and Tony have very different strengths as running backs. How do they complement each other, and what's the key for you in the heat of the game when you're not just figuring out you're going to have a run play, but also make sure you get to the right one to play off their strengths?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Kellen's going to do. He's going to obviously dial it up, get the right personnel, call the right plays for those guys' strengths, but it's just important for me to not run those guys into a bad play. And those guys are both special, and just for them to complement each other, and just obviously following that offensive line. They did a great job tonight being physical, setting the tone, giving those guys lanes to get to the second level, and then that's when they show off what they do.
That's one guy facing the Brandon Staley defense. How challenging is it going up against those light boxes where they have 2 high safeties?
One more time.
When you're going up against a Brandon Staley defense, they got 2 high safeties a lot. How challenging is it from your perspective as a quarterback going against those?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough knowing that he's not going to give you many shots and that he's going to play in the gray area. They do a good job in the secondary and holding disguises and getting to where they want to be. But that just allows us to know what we've got to do and get the ball out quick, as you saw tonight. But he's a great coach, and he's got this defense and this team rolling. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Todd,